spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go. Keep the Pittsburgh.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Switch. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Rush in.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Kill.
Check 9.
Check 24.
Watch the safety creep. Slam.
Will. Jim, shut up.
Now Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
That's the way you fly.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Third down and 4.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Tight dog.
Shoot. Hey, alert 3.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Ready up.
56, Mike, 56. Big stop, King. Big stop. Let's go. Check.
Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Rodriguez. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 24-yard line.
Got it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch your leg. Check 3. Pick the edge. Come. Spike.
Now a give, right side. It's Rodriguez, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Nelson on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Set.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
To throw on 2nd down. Brandon got an open man. It's Burnett. And he'll get it into enemy territory just to... Across midfield at the 49.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Check 13. Check 13.
Check. Lucky. Squeeze. Twist. 6.
On 1st down, it's Burnett. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Stop your whining. 58, boys, 58 to Mike.
I'm on.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Man, I got you.
To throw on 3rd down. Brandon looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 6-6. Pull it hard. Hey, echo. Step.
Looking to throw. Nelson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll run on first down. Burnett, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Brandon. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, Steve. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Shift.
Watch twist.
Okay. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
Get it roll. West.
Watch the edge.
That's it.
From the gun, Brandon. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Watch the run. 22 jet bomber. Crunch.
On first down, it's Rodriguez. He's got a first down past the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on first down. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
60 Pittsburgh. 61. Matchbox right. Hey, hold it.
At the 44-yard line.
The mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hit it.
Here's Nelson looking to throw on second down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
On the ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Second and 4. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back to throw. Nelson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Here we go. General West. Here we go. Check me,
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility is...
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's their quarterback. Keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It's certainly
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go, D. Check the backer, check the backer. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
I got him.
On 3rd down, Brandon. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
6 guys, check 6 guys.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rodriguez. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, lock it.
They'll run on first down. Rodriguez. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Rodriguez. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Let it break.
47, Mike, 47. Yeah, I got you.
Now Nelson to throw on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Alert 3. Alert 3. Check 43.
Check 50. Check 50. 49. Check 49. Check 49.
On first down, it's Burnett. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Eagles' 31-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Bang, 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 bang. Check 52. Back, back, back.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Tighten up. Tighten up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Mark 55, Mark 55.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brandon under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. 55.
Set to throw is Nelson. To throw on 2nd down. He finds Taylor, complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nelson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Switch. Check 3, check 3. Wide. Hey, he's wide. He's coming.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
It's a gain of 7 on the carry, but they'll need to double that here. It's 3rd and 14.
The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
So don't say nothing.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Switch off. Just cry all the way back home, yo.
Operating from the gun. Brandon. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rodriguez, and some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Cut. Check.
80 weapon.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
3 buds. Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll run on 1st down. Burnett. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got it. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Wild Bill. Mike.
Looking to throw. Brandon. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike 55. Hey, watch the slant. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
To throw on 3rd down. Brandon. And that is incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
You got tape. 55's Mike, guys. 55.
On 4th down, Brandon.
he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Going to give this time to the tailback. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Eagles.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, it's Rodriguez. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
On the double. 56. You're trapped. You're trapped. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Rodriguez. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I
got you.
Get it.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
From the gun on 3rd down. Brandon. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down.
Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Go, go, go.
On fourth down, Brandon. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That's what I do.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.